Hey everybody, good morning to you. I just wanted to go ahead and hop on for those of us getting ready for work this morning, make sure everybody's aware of kind of this situation that has developed, not unexpectedly, with our pattern. Up here to the north of the forecast area, we did have a tornado warning out here for Harrisonville and points off to the east. I'm going to check on that real quick for you. I think that one's going to be allowed to drop off. Still seeing weak rotation kind of right over Harrisonville right now, possibly moving off toward Eastland and Gun City. So that tornado warning is still in effect for about the next 12 minutes. But what has come out over the whole area now that I wanted to show you, I think a little bit more importantly for all of us headed up and down the 49 corridor, if that is you this morning, is a severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to pick up south of Grain Valley. This is going to catch 470 Lee Summit, 50 highway here. It's going to go all the way out to Warrensburg and Concordia, where we have had a mesoscale discussion dropped about 10-15 minutes ago now, talking about we may still have some rotation in these storms out there, so tornado risk is still going to be a thing a little bit to the north and the east of Kansas City as our morning commute gets going this morning. Wind and hail still the much more likely threats that you guys will have. So we'll go back to our tornado warning here in Harrisonville. It was radar indicated. There was nothing confirmed touchdown, possibly some hail in there as well. But that is what I'm seeing with this one right now. We can go ahead and kind of check on this. We'll keep an eye until this warning is allowed to drop off. So that's what you guys have going on this morning. I was going to go ahead and pull up a cam. You guys can watch the radar for a second here. And let's take a look at traffic issues this morning. Like I say, just a severe thunderstorm. So I do see some slow traffic between Peculiar and Belton. Let me see if I can show you guys the situation here this morning. So what our scout cams will give us a look at. So here's I-49 at 58. This would be Belton. Nope, you guys can't see that. Hold on. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. Never mind. Interesting. I don't see anything major. It's a slow traffic from Peculiar up through Belton this morning. Not unexpected. Heavy downpours roaring right through that area. So we'll go ahead and grab that area. This is it right here. So just north of Harrisonville. So picking up Peculiar on over to 291. This is where the strongest of the thunderstorm is right now. This is a severe warning thunderstorm. So just to the south of Peculiar, picking up the heaviest thunderstorm activity right now. We'll go on out towards 291 up by the golf course there. This is where the heaviest of the thunderstorm is taking place right now. This is going to move off. You're just about done with this. The heaviest of it, that is, at 58 and 291. Late Lake Winnebago under a strong pounding thunderstorm right now, all the way up toward Greenwood. So that's where things are starting off for your Monday morning. James A. Reed Wildlife area there, right in the middle of a really strong thunderstorm, getting things started for you this morning. So we've got kind of regionally here, and you can see storm motion is going like this. Watch how these storms have just rolled in this morning. Strong wind gusts. Look how they've tilted off to the southeast. They're picking up Belton, Raymore, and down to Harrisonville. That's your live radar situation this morning. Good morning, everybody. Let me know where you're watching from if you're jumping on here this morning. Just thought I'd show you what is going on around the region for your starting off your Monday morning. What a night it has been. What a week it has been. What a crazy weekend, and finishing out with this ridiculous weather pattern starting off for your Monday morning. So let's take a look right here. Tornado warning is going to go for the next 8 minutes still, because we did have some rotation back here the other side of Harrisonville. Not seeing anything too concerning. I mean, there is some broad rotation still. That is going to be expected this morning. That's to be expected up and down this line. Kind of have to ignore this little part here over the radar site, but up and down this line that's going to move now off well to the north and east of Kansas City. Quick little spin up rotation along that line. Not to be alarmed. Typically, they're brief. When this thing got started, I will show you here. On the other side of Harrisonville, rotation was much, much tighter, just off to the west-southwest of Harrisonville there. So it's a good warning, because anything, like I say, those can spin up and drop. And so anyway, I think we're just going to watch this for the next few minutes here in Harrisonville, but you guys are just dealing with a severe warned thunderstorm more than anything else at this point in time there. So glad to see that for you guys. Hang out. Tornado warning has not been allowed to drop off yet for your area, but overarching all of that is this big severe thunderstorm warning. This is talking about 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and possibly some quarter-size hail. So we'll go ahead and see what the hail picture is doing with this. We can take a look at that as we keep an eye there on Harrisonville. So we won't know a good chunk of this as it moves closer to the radar site, as the radar cannot look all the way up into the storm. But we can see that we were dealing. Look at these hail reports that we had before all this got started on the Missouri side today. This is over on the Kansas side. Around K10 is where I'm at. We have 1 inch hail, 1 inch hail, 1.2 inch hail. Seems like somewhere I saw a storm spotter of 2 inch hail, but must not have been in this area. So plenty of 1 inch hail. That's what this storm has produced. That's currently moving over here. Looks like the strongest of it is right over the radar site at Pleasant Hill. So talking about Greenwood, Lee Summit, you guys are done with the heaviest of this. Heads up out here to Lone Jack. If you are headed out east on 50 Highway, severe warned thunderstorm is going to pick up Lone Jack, Hicks City, Fulkerson, and Elm out east of those points. So that's what we're dealing with as this line starts to arc through this morning. So overall, back behind this, there is nothing warned right now over on the Kansas side. If you are talking about up and down 69 or 169, these are just heavy downpours that you guys are seeing over there. Heavy downpours, maybe a little bit of very small hail showing up, say, between Ottawa and Osawatomie right now. But you guys are all in the clear over there on the Kansas side. Not seeing anything for you guys at all. Attention, if you're just hopping on here, attention has shifted, and it will shift throughout the rest of the morning to points north and east of Kansas City, where you guys can see this gray box here that I'll circle for you. Is a mesoscale discussion posted by the Storm Prediction Center just a little bit ago, talking that we could still have some circulation embedded in this line as it starts to move north and east, or storms looking like they're moving south and east, but little spin-ups is what we're still talking about. But much more likely will be strong wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour and possibly some up to 1 inch hail. And we have seen some 1 inch hail over there on the Kansas side just a little bit ago, didn't we? So this tornado warning expires in 4 minutes. Let's see any updates onto this. Four more minutes left to go on that for some rotation that was getting started there off to the west-southwest of Harrisonville. So we'll keep an eye still on this area. If anything does develop, I think everybody needs to pay attention still. Just between Garden City and like East Lynn, up here around K Highway, M, Gun City, you guys are still warned. So wouldn't be surprised for little spin-ups to still happen embedded out here in this line. But that's what I'm seeing. You guys can see where this is knocking through right now. 50 Highway out towards Warrensburg and up towards Higginsville as well. So as this moves through quickly this morning, you're going to have strong wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. You're going to have possibly some small hail, I think, is all that's probably left in this. So it's probably those strong wind gusts and heavy downpours that you're going to be dealing with on your Monday morning if you are east of Kansas City, east of I-49 at this point. So good morning to you, everybody. This is what we're dealing with this morning. Behind this, Belton and points to the west, you guys can see with me, all in the clear, although you have a crazy stormy morning going on over there between Ottawa, Gardner, and Paola. But nothing severe warned at this time. Not really expecting anything over in that neighborhood besides heavy downpours. So we're watching this area off to the east of Belton and Lee Summit, headed out toward Holden and Warrensburg. Heads up to you guys. In fact, East Lynn, Gun City, Harrisonville in the storm right now. This is traveling along 7 Highway. Going to pick up Garden City here in about 7 or 8 minutes. So, FYI, this is all that we're paying attention to in the forecast area right now. Let me go ahead and bring up a little bit more of the west central Missouri area. So, storms, not much happening, say, south of Drexel right now, south of Archie, further over into west central Missouri. Absolutely nothing going on down here to the south of that. Straggling along, once again, the southern aspect of this line. I do see some showers and storms off to the west, just now picking up Paola, Garnett, but west central Missouri, south of about Archie and Drexel, all clear at the moment. Not talking about anything that direction, not talking about anything over in the Clinton direction yet. We will see if some of these storms, what happens by the time they stretch down here to around the Garden City area and so forth. Has it passed I-49 and 7 highway? So, that's where we're talking about. That's where it's just passing, Christy. How about that? Here is, yeah, here's your radar right now. So 49 and 7. I assume you're talking at Harrisonville here. So there is still a severe warning thunderstorm right there, but it's just about done. In fact, by the time you get out to here's the hospital. We'll go out a little bit further to the northeast of Harrisonville here. It's going to drop off to rain. But there's just patchy pockets. There's pockets of heavy rainfall all the way up and down 49 highway right now. Peculiar up to Belton and Raymore. But I think the worst of it is actually right there. So that was a good question, Christy. So Harrisonville is just getting ready to finish up with this crazy storm. So give it a few minutes, and that's all going to have pushed through that area. And I'll try and find you a traffic cam up for that area. A lot of people going north this morning, but I think you guys are just dealing with some heavy rain and possibly some wind. Strongest of the wind should be through that area right now. So let me see what I can find for traffic cam, see if I can get it to actually work this time. So I do see slow going while I'm looking at cams. Not so much now. South of Harrisonville. So yeah, they've just had torrential downpours with that thunderstorm that's moved through there. So everybody must be watching the cams. They're not coming up to me for me this morning. So, but yeah, now they're saying slow going between like south of Harrisonville, by the Loves, all the way up past the hospital right now. Not to be unexpected. So, okay, so now we're down to a severe thunderstorm warning. As this line moves through, let's go ahead and just talk about the areas that this is likely to impact next. Let's do a little bit of a storm track. If you are on the other side of Pleasant Hill, so this will be like the east side of Pleasant Hill, let's go ahead and talk about some timelines for this severe thunderstorm, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and some small hail moving through your neighborhood. I'm going to say that you have about 30 minutes before this gets out, around 34 minutes to around the Centerview neighborhood. So a little bit longer than that before this gets out to Warrensburg. But like I say, this is going to pick up all of W Highway 131. These are the neighborhoods just about to be impacted. This is Strasburg here, which is just now coming into the severe warning thunderstorm. Heads up to Kingsville. This is just about to you. Holden, it'll be a few minutes before this gets to you, but hang tight. Severe warning thunderstorm, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, possibly some small hail working through your neighborhood in just the next few minutes. So Harrisonville right now, all of that area, just heavy downpours. You are not in a severe warned thunderstorm right now. It's going to feel still like a significant thunderstorm there in Harrisonville, and there is some heavy rainfall left to move through your area. So all of that 49 corridor between Belton and Raymore and down here in Harrisonville, a lot of rain to put up with left this morning, but not severe warned, as the severe threat now has moved off significantly to the east of Kansas City. So we are out here predominantly, it's looking like what, you guys, 50 highway out towards Lake Lafayette. It's going to pick up Odessa. So this is the severe thunderstorm warned area this morning. Obviously, they're still going to be watching for pockets of rotation, embedded rotation along the line. Nothing jumping out at me right now, so like I say, we'll keep an eye on that. 60 mile per hour wind gusts, some small hail, much more likely. Now that we've moved past the radar site a little bit, we could take a look a little better at hail and see what's going on trend-wise with this. So we don't have quite enough scans in yet to do that, but obviously we're going to have some small hail, most likely. So honestly, that impacts the same area, probably 50 highway here, F highway, heads up for Holden for some small hail. But it's really just kind of hugging this 50 highway corridor. That's where our severe warning threat is right now. So big picture, if you're just jumping on here to get out the door, severe thunderstorm warning up to 1 inch hail. We have seen plenty of 1 inch hail over on the Kansas side. I think it'll be a little bit smaller for you now. And this is going to go for the next 26 minutes, going to take you up till about the 7 a.m. hour for a severe warned thunderstorm. Now significantly off to the east of Kansas City as this line starts to move through. Back behind that, we have a couple hours left even of heavy rainfall. It's raining in Paola, Ottawa, before things clear out as far as this portion, this wave. What storm number are we up to now? Moves through this morning. So that's how I'll leave you. That is the situation this morning. One severe thunderstorm warning still to go up until about 7 a.m. as this works off towards the Holden neighborhood. Good morning out there to you folks. Holden and Warrensburg. 60 miles per hour wind gusts and possibly some 1 inch hail moving through your area. We'll keep an eye on that north and east aspect of Kansas City as we work through the morning. So that'll do it. Just wanted to jump on here and update everybody as things rolled through this morning. So everybody have an awesome Monday. Catch you back later.